Well, it's all happened here. Now we're seeing the boys for the 100-meter dash. Jen Jackson of the British Virgin Islands and Antonio Powell of Jamaica already out. Ethan Sam of Grenada. And now we're going to see Elan Bizansin of the Guadeloupe making his way out. Lane number 5 from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Jamar Saunders coming in with 10.53 into this final. Jamal Stevenson, who came in as a replacement, but has found his way into the finals, one of the fastest times. And the home favorite, Dylan Woodruff, gets the applause of all as he makes his way out, Ricardo. And finally, Aidan Kelly of the Bahamas is the last man out. He is in lane number 8.
Penultimate event on the opening day of the CARIFTA Games in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. Donald Oliver, let's head to him.
I'm here with Shanoya Douglas, the winner of the under-20 girls 100 meters. The reaction at the end said a lot, but a lot of people wouldn't understand that reaction. Why that reaction?
Well, today we have Jamaica being at the top, right? And I think me getting the goal and my previous teammate getting a goal, I think this reaction should be a motivation, showing that our fans in the stands are waiting on us to show up and show why our name is Jamaican, so we can put some respect for our name.
Mic drop. Back to you, Ricardo.
Well, I don't know which one is taking the gold medal, the comments from Kadeem Chinapu last year, or those comments from Shanoya Douglas.
The mic is firmly in the hand of Ricardo at this time. I tell you what, earlier today, because of the fact that Jamaica hadn't won a gold medal in the earlier session, there was that feeling that maybe they were underachieving on the day, but certainly in the latter part of the opening day of these CARIFTA Games, Jamaica have really come to the fore.
Well, it's the CARIFTA Games. It's not Jamaica's games. Final of the under-20 boys 100 meters coming up, and what a final this is. This is as open a 100 under-20 final as I've seen in a while. Yes, we've had some high quality finals in the last few years, but I can't even begin to hazard a guess as to who will win this one. On the inside, Jaden Jackson of the British Virgin Islands, 10.65 in qualifying. Antonio Powell of Jamaica, 10.59 in qualifying. Ethan Sam won his semi-final at 10.70. Looked very, very cool, the double sprint medalist at the under-17 level 2 years ago. This man, I thought, looked the best of them all. Lan Bizasine of Guadeloupe, 10.43 in qualifying. Jamar Saunders of St. Vincent and the Grenadines won his semi-final, as did Jamal Stevenson of Jamaica. Stevenson looked very, very easy. Dylan Woodruff qualified as a non-automatic entry into this championship race, but I wouldn't bet against him getting a medal or even winning it. Aidan Kelly of the Bahamas closes out the field in lane number 8.
Just a moment of prayer for Dylan Woodruff as he readies himself to compete here. He's won a couple of titles in the 100 meters over the last couple of seasons and has really given himself a huge name in Trinidad and Tobago. Many see him as one of the greats of the future.
It's all about having the ability to hold your nerve. I think this race has that look about it. Last year I expected it to be competitive with a number of standouts, 3 or 4 of them maybe, and Devontae Howell, the Caymanian, absolutely blew the field away, and I thought should have gotten Johan Blake's record had he not eased up with about 10 meters to go. So was the comfort level. Ran 10.15 to defend his title. This year we'll have a new champion, but it's so difficult to even begin to figure out who that champion will be. And I'm just realizing, by the way, that Jamar Saunders of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is not there. So we are down to 7. So we're getting word that Jamar Saunders of St. Vincent of the Grenadines actually cut his finger, and they are giving him a minute or so to get it sorted out before the race.
Yeah.
Boy, we've seen it.
I think it was in adjusting the blocks more likely. That's where he would have cut himself. Because I do remember seeing him doing a practice run and then all of a sudden he disappeared. So, and just a few moments ago we had a hold up in one of the races earlier, and that was because the record, the CARIFTA record in the pole vault was broken. It has been broken twice actually. So 2 have gone over it, and that was the reason for that hold up.
Relatively new event, the pole vault at the CARIFTA Games on the girls' side, only in its 3rd year. Tension rising for the final of the under-20 boys 100 meters.
Nia Jules and Nia Jules of St. Lucia and Jade Ferguson of Bahamas both went over the record for the pole vault, 2.90. They broke that barrier by going over 3 meters, but St. Lucia's Nia Jules unable to do so. Here's Jade Ferguson, and this was her record-breaking attempt. Didn't that feel good? Look at the celebration. That was the moment when the applause went up, and the 100-meter race, the final, was held up.
No shortage of drama on this opening day of the CARIFTA Games.
It's all happening. Have you ever seen somebody gotten their finger cut and the race held up as a result? I've never seen that happen.
Oh, there are a lot of things I've seen today that I've not seen before, especially at a track and field championship. But it's part of the spectacle. It is part of what makes competition what it is. You can make all the predictions in the world, but at the end of the day, it's all about what happens on the day.
I know you've done a lot of cricket, and cricket is usually called the game of glorious uncertainties. I tell you what, today has taken that title over.
It certainly has. There is Saunders now, apologies, making his way to the start area. Won his semi-final. Produced a silencing act at the end of it. On the 20 boys 100 final, Johan Blake of Jamaica has the games record, 10.11 in 2007. Saunders gets an opportunity to do a block start ahead of this final. There he is. Nokia Davis, he would have been among the favorites for this title.
Left hand, I think it was, that was cut. And I'm still seeing some blood, actually. If I'm not mistaken, I saw some blood on the middle finger of his left hand.
And I wonder if it's when he did the start just now. And I just wonder how this will impact him.
Well, in fact, it is. It's bleeding freely right now, and he's just shaking his hand just to get the drops of blood off the top of his fingers. I'm surprised that no plaster was actually put on it.
This is it. The under 20 boys 100 final. Jackson, Powell, Sam, Bizzacine, Saunders, Stevenson, Woodruff and Kelly. Off they go. Jamal Stevenson of Jamaica got away brilliantly. Ethan Sam is running well. Bizzacine, Woodruff is coming forward. Stevenson has the beat. Redemption for Jamal Stevenson. The little boy from Waterhouse. No need for an He's the CARIFTA Games champion.
What a run and what a story for Stevenson. Wasn't part of the original plan for the 100 meter. He is the plan now. He's not moving the needle, he is the needle.
Didn't get an opportunity to show what he can deliver at the Jamaican High School Championships. Retroactively disqualified for a false start after his 10:38 semi-final run. Was reinstated, but the race had already been contested and he was not allowed to compete. He was given his time of 10:38. Won at the Grand Slam meet 1 week later, got on the team after the two ahead of him at the trials. One injured and the other decided not to compete, and now Jamal Stevenson is CARIFTA champion.
Well,
if there ever has been a story of redemption, this is it.
Really bad start here for Dylan Woodruff, and he has done extremely well to come back and get a medal. But look at Stevenson go. Wow, at this point he knows that he has it under control. The smile is on his face. Woodruff is coming, but just couldn't come enough.
Ethan Sam of Grenada got the bronze medal. I remember in 2017 I was on commentary with the late Hubert Lawrence. Usain Bolt had won his final race in Kingston, and Hubert said to me, there are times when times don't matter. Hubert, wherever you are, this is one of those times. 10:24 into a negative 1.4 meters per second wind. It is not just a gold medal, it is a stunning performance and a massive personal best. Dylan Woodruff of Trinidad and Tobago gets a personal best as well, 10.30. Ethan Sam the same, 10:41, bronze for Grenada.
And the very, very impressive Bizantine of Waterloo finishes in 4th place. He was really good earlier, but he was denied really by a superb run by Woodruff. Woodruff was actually the last one to get out of the blocks, and unfortunate for this young man, had to pull up with an injury. And that is, I believe that is Saunders, in fact, who's come off a cut on his hand earlier, and he leaves in a wheelchair with real disappointment on his shoulders.